And we're live.
Yep, I'm just playing Animal Crossing.
She's just playing Animal Crossing. It is me. It is I, as I adjust the microphone, Dali Dimovsky, father of Eliana Dimovsky, who is really the star of the show.
Yep, but I'm busy playing Animal Crossing.
But she's busy playing Animal Crossing. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Saturday night, March 20-something, 28th. We don't even know what day it is anymore because all these days have kind of blended together. So I don't know.
So let's just say that it's March.
It's March 2020. March has been the longest year of my life. It's the longest decade of my life, this March. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great evening. We have a fantastic show planned for you for this next half hour. We have Eliana debuting artwork for the winner yesterday. She's going to show us in a second. She is going to start with a picture of the title screen. That's Dali. You got to get closer. I kill you every time. You got to get close in front of the camera.
That's delicious.
She's like, that's delicious. Great. Oh, man alive. We have winners. Hey, how's it going, Vicky? You guys were the winners from yesterday. And Eliana has a very special thing that she's created for you guys. But first, want to remind everybody that this is a fun show that we try to do every night for everybody out there. We're all stuck in quarantine together. We love every single one of you. Let's get through this together. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy our time that we're basically, you guys are forced to watch me. Sorry. Ha 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 ha. You probably want to watch her, but you're forced to watch me.
Cough,
So
cough.
cough. Exactly. Make sure you guys, for anybody that wants to, also know that, it's Zachary tonight. Hello, Zachary. Know that, hey, John is the loser from yesterday. Yes. Know that if you want to, you can always donate to us at the Patreon to keep us going. We're trying to get lights on. I'm actually using a very silly little desk lamp to light me this time. So I got better lights in here, but we're going to try to we're trying to afford a nicer camera, and then 2 real LED lights. I'm drooling. I had a lot of wine today. Be ready, everyone. Right, honey? Mm-hmm. She was watching me drink. Just kidding. So we're trying to get ourselves a very good system. So if you could, feel free to hit the patreon.com/DaliVersus for our show. Anyways, Eliana, do you have the artwork? Yesterday we had charades. Charades, as they say. That's not how to pronounce it, is it? No, charades. And the winner, Zachary, Sophia, and their mom, they won, which means that they got a special drawing. Eliana wanted to debut it on the show tonight before I sent it to them. So, Eliana, can you debut the drawing?
I don't know. Can I debut the drawing?
Man, yes, you can. There it is. There's Sophia, there's Zach, and there's Mom. As I made it disappear. Anyways, you guys saw it. Eliana we'll get that sent over to tonight. Hope you guys enjoy that beautiful piece of artwork. And we'll do this again. I think charades was a lot of fun yesterday, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely was. But I want see, John says beautiful. Yep. Zach says ha ha ha. I want you guys all to welcome to the show our first comedic guest, my good friend, and the person that will make you laugh for the next several minutes, Mrs. Missy, the wonderful Whitney Meers. How's it going, Whitney?
Hi, how's it going? Thank you so much for having me on today.
We are so happy to have you on. And Whitney, you and I go way. We met almost 10 years ago at E3, like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there.
I think it was 09.
11 years ago. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Happy Saturday, Sal. I'm going to throw some of these beautiful little comments. They want to know how you made the picture. She made the picture because she did artwork. Okay. Whitney I've known Whitney for a long time. Whitney's fantastic. Really funny to follow on social media if you guys get a chance. And we'll get actually, you know what? Where can they find you right now before we get into your performance tonight?
So it's at Whitney Meers on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also on Facebook Gaming, and I've just gone like Whitney and then / the gamer, which the gamer is the name of the website that I write for. And then it's like space / I can also just drop this in when we're done. But then the other one is on Twitch. I changed my name to Lumbago recently. I was like have minor scoliosis and like I was thinking of the Red Dead Redemption meme where like the uncle's always talking about Lumbago.
Yep. So you can find her right there. There you go.
But it's spelled a little differently. But I'll post all the links.
Yes.
In, so
Excellent. Well, we'll and I'll post all the links in the show afterwards as well. So they say we have a hi Whitney already. That's very good.
Hi.
So you are also a comedian. Tell me a little bit about your story, because you're not just video games, which you will get into in a second, because you've done some pretty cool artwork in the past and stuff. And what's your story? Tell me your story.
Well, so I graduated actually. You may not even know this, but I had like just graduated from law school, and I had the option to either take the bar exam, but my friend was getting married, and E3 was also happening, and I didn't like con my way in, but I basically said I work for an entertainment law firm and I want to go to E3, and I never actually said I was an attorney. So, but I think I kind of led them to believe I might have been an attorney. And so, of course, they gave me like this media or whatever badge they give to the entertainment people. And so I had the option to either do that or study for the bar exam. And I made a really tough choice at that time to instead, start pursuing writing, which is, pretty scary after 3 years in law school. You just go out in the big world. Yeah. And so for the last, however long it's been, what did we just say? 10, 12 years or something? Yeah, something. I've been writing and, I did some improv and stand up and a little bit of performance, but mostly on the writing side. And then in the era of streaming, it just seemed kind of a natural extension to spend more time doing the streaming stuff as opposed to going out to nightclubs every night to try to do stand up and then try to go to a job at 7 o'clock in the morning, which was something I was trying to do at one point in my life. So,
and for everybody that wants to get a little bit more of a taste of what Whitney does from a writing standpoint, if you go and take a look at any newsstand out there, you've had some of the work that you've worked on, and I have some copies sitting over there. Actually, always got support. You've actually been involved in stuff that's on newsstands, magazines for a very popular video game. Go ahead, plug it.
Well, actually, so part of this is why I'm on today is that I don't really tell stand-up jokes, but one of them is actually about that. So I'm just gonna start with that one.
All right, well let's get rocking. Let's laugh.
The joke is I'm a video game journalist. Last year, I interviewed 20 professional Fortnite streamers for Newsweek. I almost still can't even believe that career exists. Print journalism.
What is print journalism?
The joke being, maybe I didn't tell it right. I mean, again, it's just halfway, but just if you have to explain the joke, doesn't work. But I think a lot of people don't see streaming as a career. Just you can play video games for a living, but just print journalism is actually still a career. Somehow print is a career, but digital. And right now, actually, to kind of bounce off of that, everybody's doing everything digitally right now, which is pretty crazy, right? I mean, it's so insane.
And even just these last couple of weeks, of course, with all the craziness that's been happening in the world, we're all going digital, and yet somehow there's I'm getting mail, physical mail, which is boggling my mind.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it's it's opening up a whole new world in terms of what people were so afraid of.
Right.
And good and bad, because I do think that there's a lot of things that benefit from being in person as well, but when the going gets tough, people will come together and do what needs to be done to keep things moving, right?
That's right. That's right. So you've done stand up in the past and currently, and you're gonna give us a few more tastes of some of the things that you've put together. And you said that you were telling me in the pre-show that a lot of people haven't heard any of these jokes. I'm kind of excited to be sort of the guinea pig on your new content. I always end up being. I have a lot of sorry for the folks that couldn't hear me. My microphone was actually turned off. Oops. I have a lot of friends that are in comedy, and I always end up being the test subject for new material. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I'm ready. Let's hear some.
You
Let's hear
know,
what you
it
got
means
going.
they're comfortable with
Why
you
do
and
have
they
your
value your
headphones on?
feedback.
Don't you want to hear some good jokes?
I do. I'm just busy working on stuff.
She's busy working on stuff. I'm sorry. Whitney, please forgive my co-host here as she's busy working on stuff. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
I know, it's wonderful. I appreciate it. So this is so I should say I tried to formulate these as bits, so I might just keep like rolling through like it's a routine.
Sure.
But it's so funny because there's no feedback, so I have no idea whether people are laughing or thinking
I need
he's
like
funny.
a fake laugh track is what I need.
Exactly. But yes, the whole context here, you know, just one more time is that like I used to do stand up, and then a little like about a year, well, 6 months ago, I was like, I'm gonna try doing stand up again at some point, and I decided that I should start writing jokes to do that. And then I never actually was out there doing the stand-up open mics. And then this happened. I'm just like, well, I have all these jokes. Maybe I just tell.
Why not?
Groan and give me a thumbs down or thumbs up or whatever you think is working. Like
I will say people can't throw things at you. No one wants to throw things at their laptops, so that's a positive.
Okay.
All right.
This one's so stupid.
That's right. Stupid is good. I've been drinking a lot of wine, so I'm gonna laugh regardless, but it's all good.
All right.
Everybody, everybody who's watching right now, you are imagine you're in a comedy club and you've had some good food, you're surrounded by friends, and you're seeing a wonderful comedian up on stage. So let's get rocking. Let's first of all get, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Whitney Meers. All right, Whitney. All right, and now she's on stage, and we go. Let's do it.
Me and my best friend don't hang out much anymore. There was a falling out, and by that I mean a baby fell out of her.
I love that. That's awesome. Any parent knows this story right now. Oh my god.
I had like more on that, but I didn't think it was quite funny enough to like add into this little bit. But you know, just like silly stuff about like the nuance of that too. The main reason I'm not having kids is that childbearing is too expensive. If I want to get an extremely large bill for a single delivery, I'll stick to ordering ramen on Grubhub.
Especially now.
Yeah, right. I always see those bills. Actually, I think this is a setup for the next joke. Okay. I used to order takeout from Sweet Green, but I had to stop going there because I don't have $40 to spend on a salad. It would be cheaper for me to buy a farm and grow my own salad. It would also be faster than waiting in line at a Sweet Green. That's just my experience. I don't know if they have them. I think they have Sweet Green all over the place, right? The salad places, just like, you know, it's like you walk out and you're like, how did I spend $25 on a salad? Oh, I love it. The ha ha ha. Thank you.
They're going. There we go.
So this is like a little bit of a bit. So food is way better than a baby because when food gets smelly and gross, you can just throw it out. You can't do that with a baby, no matter how bad it smells. How am I supposed to properly prepare a child for the real world when I can't even properly prepare a pot roast for dinner? How would I even know a kid is ready? It's not like I can poke it with a thermometer and forget about it until a timer goes off. I burned a microwave burrito the other day. There's no way I'm ready for a child. Oh my goodness. Have we all been there before? This is me.
I want to poke her with the thermometer. It doesn't work.
I was trying to like do some weird visual. I don't know. For some reason that struck me as really funny.
I think that is great. That is great. I've already my eyes are watering now because this is actually, it's touching on stuff as a parent that it's hitting me. It's also, you know, some of the, but still it's actually, it's on point, especially with you know, just child rearing, I guess, childbirth and kids growing up and everything. Okay.
I actually really love kids, even though I don't have any. That's the other thing about this, that it's just jokes, right? Because there's one in particular that I was just like, oh, thank you, JP. I appreciate it. So, I'm like,
Yeah, there's
it's
no
just
owner's
jokes,
manual.
but
Yeah.
you sort of like, I'm sure everybody has those moments where their kids are like, making want to rip their hair out of the head.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
not Elle, right? But
Yeah. I mean, I've ripped all my hair out. That's what I pretend, at least, anyways. It fell out naturally. I ripped it out naturally. These are great. This is
So,
great.
oh, thank you. I have a lot more. So
Keep going. Keep rolling.
go through
This
it.
is your show.
So this is a different topic, but maybe you can relate to this one too. I have a shoulder injury and it really hurts my wallet.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like adults feel pain more than children. Like as a kid, you break your leg and eventually it'll heal up and stop hurting forever. As an adult, if you break your leg, it'll eventually heal up. It might stop hurting for a while, but you're definitely going to be in pain again once you get your medical bill.
Oh, geez. It's a pain that never goes away. We're still getting bills from stuff from like 5 years ago. Yep.
I don't have a lot of faith in the national healthcare system, or as it's more commonly known, WebMD. Actually, last Halloween, I tried to come up with the scariest costume I could possibly think of, which is how I ended up going as WebMD symptom checker.
Oh, jeez. By the way, I terrified myself. Apple just posted their, like, if you go to Apple's website or you ask Siri like how to check for COVID, the very first question like they give you, it's like, okay, are you tired? Do you have trouble waking up in the morning? I'm like, I have the Rona. I have the Rona.
I know, right?
I hit the button yes and said call 911. I'm like, ah. So yes, I totally believe.
The next joke that was like,
oh, you froze on us for a little bit. There you go.
Sorry. Oh, I did. Okay.
No, you're good.
Sure. But yeah, so like the next joke, I apparently forgot to stop writing it, but it was something about the fact that like how I like Googled something and I just like apparently there was only two things that it could have been. And like one of them is that like I have a cold, and the other one is that I have a family of spiders living up my nose. And like obviously it's the spider. You're like, but I feel like we've all been there before. Yeah. Just like, and actually I had that too, because like, maybe this is like a little bit on the personal side, but before like all of this stuff happening with like the coronavirus, like I had this like bump on my neck and I was like really, really like worried that it might have been like cancer. And that's actually how I figured out that no, my scoliosis is just really bad and it's like causing this like thing. But you had to go to a bunch of tests to get that done, right? So for a whole month, I'm just sitting here just like, hope it's not cancer, hope it's not cancer. Right? And that like really, really drains on you, So I'm with you, but at least it's not like, a family of spiders up my nose.
Only scoliosis.
Yeah. Well, at least that like
it's draining for sure.
Plus they gave me some really good meds, so that's why you do it, right? You have wine, I have muscle relaxers. I'm just kidding. I don't use them like that. I only use them when I need them, of course.
I don't use them for fun.
Let's see. Which ones do I want to tell here? This one. I don't know if this is funny to anybody else, but okay. It's also sometimes a little bit of
jokes
a bit.
That, like, for us are like extra funny and they'll tap into somebody else for something.
Yeah, that's true too. Sorry, I had to clear the throat there. Sometimes I get a little miffed at people who make the same jokes about the weird things people here in Brooklyn do. But then I read that there's a group of people who get up early on weekdays to go to yoga raves. And I'm like, we deserve this.
That's Brooklyn.
A yoga rave? It's like their creators were challenged to take something almost unbearable and find a way to make it completely unbearable. Imagine getting into child's pose only to be randomly interrupted by drum and bass beats and raid sirens every 5 seconds. I can imagine the event creators in a boardroom like, how can we make this even worse? Oh, I know. let's do it at 6 a.m.
It's like the worst thing. Having a DJ screaming at you to do dog pose. Oh, downward,
Downward dog.
downward dog.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I imagined. As I said, I won't go to a yoga rave. I prefer meditating to the soothing sounds of screaming babies on airplanes and people running their fingernails across a chalkboard.
calming sounds, much calmer.
Yes, that's like oh my god, it's like anti ASMR, right? So,
oh, geez, the opposite, yeah.
Yeah,
that
like
was the original ASMR
thing.
was like fingernails on a chalkboard, right?
Right.
In fact, all you had to say was like fingernails on a chalkboard. People would be like, I can hear it in my head. Stop.
You know, as I was writing that joke, I was like, I wonder if people even still know what chalkboards are.
You know what a chalkboard is? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because they all use whiteboards.
It's like all
now,
whiteboard
right?
now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalkboard. We use iPads, Dad.
Yeah, right. But at least you don't like have that sound because like whenever you heard that as like a kid, like you knew it was like, okay, like, you know, serious business now.
Yeah, but there was always like that one kid who loved to scrape it. He like loved the sound of it. We had the guy Craig in our class who would love to like, he would grow his nails out and just like stare at the rest of us and scrape. Like it was always like right after like second recess, he'd go to the chalkboard and just like scrape. Like he'd look at us and just, and I'm like, Craig, dude, you're never gonna make it out of third grade alive, bro. And that's
I apparently hate that sound so much that as you were talking about it, the hairs on my like arm started standing up.
It is one of the worst sounds. I can't. Or like hearing someone scrape their fingernails, even hearing those words is like, it makes me feel like I'm tasting aluminum foil. Like
yes.
Oh, right. That's like biting in aluminum foil. Oh.
Just like thinking of like all like the worst things, like
drum and bass. Chalk.
Wait. So I was gonna jump into the next ones, but I just wanted to comment on how much I like your Zelda shirt that you're wearing right now.
Oh yeah, it's the best Zelda is A Link to the Past. I'm sorry, everyone. I will fight anybody who says Ocarina of Time is better than Link to the Past. That includes you, Ryan Gann, who says freaking, you know, Majora's Mask. But no, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, best Zelda game, best video game of all time. And I'm ready to just like throw fisticuffs with people. So
yeah, no, that one's actually my favorite too.
I love it. It's so good.
Sure,
I replay it like twice a year. I think every 6 months. I just
yeah. Well, I gotta get on my Zelda game. I haven't played those games in a while. It's about that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
oh man, my cousin said the N64 Zelda games are above. I'm gonna ban you right now. Sorry, continue.
No, you're like, get out of the chat.
Get out of here.
I also make video game fan art. Sometimes people are like, what's your inspiration for that? And I'm like, my extremely lonely childhood.
that was me. Yep. Yep. That was too personal.
I know, right?
Even though I had a younger brother, this one punches in the stomach.
Gaming is mostly a sedative, but in competitive gaming, there's something called gamer rage. It only happens when you either become heated during a match or Electronic Arts does literally anything.
Battlefront 2. Let's change everything again.
This is one that I like. I actually submit a late night package for a show that's supposed to be about gaming. I'm calling it a late night package, but it's like a writing like thing. And I don't really know what's going to happen with that because, you know, with everything that's happening, it's probably on hold. But this joke was in that. It was when BioWare announced that they were re-releasing or that they're working on Anthem still. So this joke may or may not make sense to a lot of people, but I love this joke. It's one of those that like, even if it like doesn't like sink into everybody, it sinks into me. Anyway, EA owns BioWare, which is working to revive Anthem, a game 7 years in the making that flopped on launch. So it's great that they're reviving it because it beats parent company EA's alternative strategy, which was going to be to rebrand BioWare as BioWare did all that money go.
That was geez.
It's like a
Gamers
burn,
will
but
totally game right now. Any one of my friends that are watching that are gamers are in tears right now because they understand that joke big time. Yep.
I wanted Anthem to be so good, and
We
I feel like
we
it
all
could
did.
be, but
We all did.
somebody once said something about making movies, and it applies for games too. Like it takes just as much work to make a bad game as it does to make a great game.
Oh, God, yeah, it's insane. Yep. The amount of money we were talking about on another podcast, the amount of money it costs to make a video game these days is like dwarfs the amount it costs to make movies. I mean, look at like Fortnite, right? It's like the biggest game in the world, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and some of those games are just unfathomable. I mean, Apex I think was a little bit better because they got great developers, but not that Fortnite developers are bad. It's just the amount of money you sink into everything is just unbelievable.
Like I know this is an aside, but I know you know I love Apex Legends.
Mhm.
But Manny, I don't know how you say his last name, Hapigian maybe, is a writer for them, and he actually did a podcast with the voice, a streamcast, I guess, just a couple days ago with Chris Edgerly, who's the voice of Pathfinder. He's also the voice of another main character in a very popular game, but I can't remember what it is right now. But if you're interested in this sort of writing process and stuff like that, I 100% recommend checking it out because it was just so interesting.
Awesome.
So even if you're not really a fan of Apex,
it's always cool. The creative background stuff I think is always really awesome and interesting to check out. So.
Yeah, I mean, again, I can talk about it forever, but they made a story-based battle royale, which is crazy. Literally, like how they're doing this sort of non-linear storytelling through this universe they've created. And I just think it's so cool because I just hadn't seen anything like that in gaming.
Right.
But anyway.
All right. Well, we've got time for a couple more because we're right up against 9:30. So let's rock this.
All right. I'll cycle through these. They're all video game jokes. So, all right.
I'm ready.
The U.S. Army is funding a study that will carefully examine the brain activity and eye movement of gamers. Artificial intelligence researchers hope to use this data to create robots that can communicate with one another and adapt to new situations on the fly. When asked what they thought of the ongoing AI experiment, the robots responded with a bunch of racist insults before abruptly DCing.
Anybody who plays even Mario Kart online knows what we're talking about.
But it's pretty funny. It's like the mind of the gamer being again, you shouldn't have to like explain the joke.
Yep. We're still living in our basements. Yep.
I'm kind of a stereotype too. I drink a lot of energy drinks. I drink so many energy drinks that I think my 2 X chromosomes are just code for extra extreme.
That's awesome. I'm patenting that one. That might be you too. Extra extreme back there.
I play a game called Apex Legends. I chose a competitive PvP game because my idea of a good time is getting constantly screamed at by angry neckbeards. I'm just kidding. I don't think everybody plays it.
That's kind of its own energy drink. It keeps you awake.
Yeah, that too. It is funny because I'll be having a great time and then one person just says something haphazardly and then just like and it like has no reflection on you as a player. Like it's 100% them just being a salty, angry person. Of course, you're just like can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think I'm going to tell. Let me see if there is one more that is fun to tell, though. Let's see. All right. This is probably an old reference, but we'll do it. This is
sure.
Just a bit. So hang on just a second. I wanted to take an online mental health assessment, but it cost $25. So instead, I figured I could get a good barometer of my mental health by checking my browser history. The results seem to imply that I'm obsessive compulsive, but only about finding out whatever happened to Kevin Federline post Britney Spears.
That is a great old reference too.
But it is like like you ever get in those like little holes where you're just like constantly like trying to oh wow, and you're like, why did I care what the name of that actor was in that movie that came out 15 years ago? It's like
the Wikipedia rabbit hole. People went for one thing, and then like 4 hours later, you've deduced how which con was your favorite con in the. Oh goodness. Well, Whitney, thank you so much for bringing some humor to the show tonight. It's really appreciated. You've also done some artwork. You were gonna, if you had a chance, you were gonna try to show off, but we can see some stuff in the reflection in the mirror behind
well, I'll
you.
just show you these pieces here. I'm sorry about the lights here. I normally have a green screen, but just
don't worry, my lights are horrible. I'm literally using like a stupid little light up here. So
my Apex Legends shirt, when it first came out, everyone was
That's
painting
cool.
Mozambique, going Mozambique here.
Mozambique here.
But you can sort of see. Wait. Hang on. How do I do this? This side. It's like literally like right where the light is.
So those paintings that you've done?
Yeah. These are all mine. So these are all things that I've done. But this one is the Apex Legends, like the first season when you maxed out your battle pass or got to level 100. And then this one, which I'm going to try to move this to see if you can see. But actually, maybe I can just turn this off. And you can sort of see maybe. You can't really see
okay.
it,
There's the one back there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
that's fine.
It's like the Predator logo. I'll show them off better next time. Cool. And then these are just sort of like inspired by the style of Keith Haring. So
nice. Very cool. You said you use paint for those, or
what I usually do is a base of acrylic, and then I use the sort of Sharpie paint markers.
Oh wow!
And cool. So it's kind of like a hybrid of drawing. I call it painting because you're basically painting with markers. Yeah. Awesome. I got really dark after I turned this off. So.
Well, Whitney, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It really was awesome. It was great. I had some genuine giggles there because that stuff is right up my alley. So
thank you so much for listening and for being my test, like the guinea pig as far as that goes. I appreciate it. I love being,
and again, where can people find you when they're looking for you?
At Whitney Meers on Twitter, and it's on Facebook. You can go Facebook The Gamer, and I'd also say maybe just thegamer.com because I do streams there once a week. I'm sorry, it's Facebook. If you look up The Gamer, one word, it's the first thing that will come up. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, perfect. Thank you.
And then, and then on Twitch too, it's Lumbago, but it's spelled B-A and then the number 3, like Lumbago.
Lumbago. Awesome.
But I said like the 3 because the E was taken. So.
That's like the elite way to do it, is to use it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Again, and have a great day, great night. And I hope you're all staying inside and taking care of yourselves. So
definitely.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, Whitney.
All right. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye. Bye. Oh, see, you missed at the last second. Thank you again to Whitney for joining us. Yes, Pete, we'll take call-ins in the next one. If you want to be on the show, all you gotta do is let me know. I'll have you on the show. You just gotta let me know if you're interested in being on. We're gonna end for tonight, but tomorrow night, Sunday night show, we can have even more fun. And if you're interested in being on, just let me know. Send me a message, post a comment on here. Send me a direct message on Facebook, and we can work through it that way. Even live during the show, we can get people on there. So with that said, we do have there you go. Whitney says thank you. We do have a joke from Eliana because she's been lacking not posting her jokes the last few times. So why don't you tell us a joke tonight to sign off?
Hold on, I need to go get it.
No, you remember this one, Ellie? You remember the flamingo joke? Come here. You don't remember? Okay, we'll get another one then. She has to get her joke, which is basically the dad joke calendar that I have sitting around. So, don't. Where is it?
It's not over there.
Well, then you have to remember a joke. Do you remember a joke? She's lost the dad joke calendar. It's around there somewhere. Apparently, it's not there.
Oh, I found it.
Anyways, so with that said, oh yeah, for sure. Oh, you did you? All right. We're going to have you on, Pete. You and the band will have to come on for sure. It's great to hear you guys. Oh, wait. Eliana has a joke for us. What's your joke, Eliana?
What's the worst drink for a soccer player?
What's the worst drink for a soccer player? I don't know. What is it?
Penalty.
Penalty. Oh, goodness.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
You are here all week. You're here for like 3 more weeks, technically. So, at 9 o'clock every night. We love you guys. See you on the next episode of...
Potato show.
That's delicious. Potato. Help.
I
SOS.
have a special plan for next episode.
Oh no.